outside. Yeah.
Little Tim. Some rumors came out about Little Tim saying that he was shot yesterday. He came out and responded to it, letting people know that it was fake.
Come on, man. Front line, oh. Too many ugly front line.
That's the video that he did. Some people say that he's sending a message and stuff and letting people know that he's not going to die, that nothing's going to happen to him. Why would this come out now? It's like he's trying to get into the mix with all the stuff that's been going on and still trying to give him this image. Haven't you realized they're still trying to give him this image? Like they give Takashi this image, it was all fake. They're still trying to give Little Tim this image, but no one's buying it. I don't believe no random person would have sent this to the blogs. What's happened is they sent it to someone and then the person got confirmation from someone who was actually sort of verifiable and put out that information, and then other people started posting it because it came from somewhere and it looked like it came from someone very credible for it to actually started going viral in the first one, because no random person would have like made this up be the cause of it going viral. I don't think so. I think it would have had to have been someone in their camp and they're doing this for clout to give Little Tim an image. They are putting his picture beside Von to try and give him this image. More news about Little Durk, what actually happened. So the news has finally came out via TMZ. DJ Academics posted it and they are saying that there was a shootout in the home. A number of people entered into Little Durk's home and him and India, his girlfriend slash baby mother, had a shootout with them and they were both shooting and both fired off their guns. They both fired off their guns. This is what the story said. They both fired off their guns. Him and India were and calling it a home invasion. In the story it said Little Durk got a rude awakening when some people bust into his home and exchanged gunfire with him and his girlfriend. This is according to law enforcement. According to the Georgia of Bureau investigation, the rapper and his baby mother India Crooks were victims of a home invasion and aggravated assault this past Sunday, a little after 5 a.m. Law enforcement tells us several unidentified individuals entered Durk's home in the Chateau Elan neighborhood of Brownston an hour ago outside Atlanta and a shooting ensued. The GBI says Durk and India discharged their firearms but they were not injured during the incident. It's unclear how many people allegedly entered the home, but the cops are asking for tips from the public in the case as part of an investigation. We reached out to the rapper's attorney Nicole Mormon, who declined to comment. So this is what they're saying actually happened, which is crazy. I mean, the unthinkable could have happened. Anything could have happened. One person could have came out of there. All the other people could have been laid inside there. It could have been a tragic. All the stuff going on now about Little Durk. All of a sudden, all this news start coming out about Little Durk. All this news. Wow. After hearing the final news about the situation, it feels like a Pop Smoke situation. They actually went there to take out Little Durk. They tried to kill Little Durk over the weekend this past Sunday. It is unreal. And if they did do something to him, thank God this didn't happen, because if they did do something to him, India would have been there with him and stuff like that, and this would have just been outrageous. It would have just been hideous. This is crazy that they're actually doing this kind of stuff out there. How is people knowing his location? How is people knowing where he actually is for him to be in this big place and stuff like that? It had to have been someone close to him. Something happened to where he probably was backdoored. To be honest with you, like they probably tried to backdoor him, and that's what ended up happening. Like the shots that were fired and stuff like that, how much shots were fired, where exactly, like what's going on. They're not really going to come out and speak out about it. They're going to give you this little news here and there and stuff like that, but Little Durk is not really going to come out and speak out about it. What actually happened? Like, how is him literally sleeping in his house and then all of a sudden they're having a shootout? It sounds weird, it sounds random, it sounds exaggerated. If you ask me, it sounds exaggerated, but at the same time, this was a true situation. The way DJ Academics was speaking about it, I mean, if you can see the look on his face and everything, you can tell that something else happened and something else went on, and thank God that nothing really happened to them. But they said several people, so that means several other people, like, so that means they literally went there, like more than 5 people were there and they were all shut up and stuff, and they came through the backwoods, and it just seems exaggerated if you ask me. They came through the backwoods, India busting the shots, they came through the backwoods, India busting the shots, them, you know, over several people, it just seems so exaggerated and extreme. I can't believe this actually happened. Like, is this a real situation that's actually happened? Because if it's a real situation, I mean, it could have been where they tried to do with Pop Smoke, and I mean, to today I think Pop Smoke album is meant to be dropping as well. So all of this kind of stuff, like, you know, with the Pop Smoke, that's why it reminds me of the Pop Smoke home invasion. It was actually a home invasion, and they tried to take out Little Durk. This is crazy. I cannot believe that we are actually hearing this news. So much things is coming out. All of a sudden, all this news is coming out about Little Durk. All this news is coming out about him. It's like, was this meant to happen, or it's like, was this meant to happen, or is this actually real stuff that they're really trying to get him? It's like, who could be? People are saying it could be Quando Rondo and them team who actually tried to take out Little Durk, and they went over to his house and stuff, and it could be in connection. Then I personally think it could be in connection to the keyboard situation. It could be lots of different things, but I mainly feel like that hit, it looks like some hit, because if they're going through the backwoods, and that means they actually knew exactly how it looked and everything, and they planned it out and they mopped it out. But then anyone could have done that. Anyone could have really like took the map and stuff and planned it out, mopped it out, and then did all that stuff. But it's just random. It's crazy that this kind of stuff is happening, and they're not, as you can see in the report, they're kind of saying that they didn't really give too much information to the police, so they're asking the public for information. So Little Durk in India probably said in no comment, they didn't this, but then is he really out there? Like, did he go down? Like, was he arrested? Like, was they arrested as part of the team? Obviously they were arrested, there were questions and stuff like that, that's what they're saying, but it just seemed like, you know, it just doesn't seem real, to be honest with you. It just doesn't seem real. And a lot of people asking the question, because obviously a lot of people's giving India Royal ratings now, because, you know, she fired back and stuff like that. A lot of people's asking the question, did India Royal fire back? Do I believe she fired back? Yes, I believe she fired back. I mean, you guys see what happened with this guy in the hotel, where this girl took out a guy in the hotel and stuff like that. Like, she did fire back. She looks like one of the type of girls that would actually do something, that would actually fire back. I mean, who wouldn't fire back in that situation? If you had an opportunity to, anyone probably would do the same thing that India Royal did. It doesn't matter if she's this age or that age, girl, boy, anyone there would have actually done the same thing. But at the same time, the Pop Smoke situation was good. Then what they should do is actually release camera evidence on this. Little Durk, he probably has all these cameras in his house. Probably all these cameras in his house. Release all these cameras in his house. You need to release a footage of this and really see what's happened. Like, because I feel like it feels like something with the Pop Smoke situation. It's weird what's going on. They actually tried to kill him, and this is because of all the money and stuff he probably had around him, and they stole over 90k. He probably had all this money on him as well. So it's like, that's crazy. I mean, to run up his house with his baby mother there, this is crazy. I cannot believe people actually do that. That they're unsafe. Like, at this point, they need to be protected. I mean, it just doesn't feel real, because people like this should really be protected. They should actually be going to the extreme to protect these people. And how is people managing to get access to them? Like, literally, how is people getting access to these kind of people?